join Lord Alfred Hayes and myself right off the bat, one of the greats in the World Wrestling Federation. Would you welcome, please, from Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, Rocky Johnson. My goodness. That's a mountain right now. What are you weighing, Rock? About 260, 270?
Yeah, right now I'm staying between 260 and 265, Vinny.
My goodness, you look better than you've ever looked.
Thank you. I've been working out
Pumping that iron?
every day. Sometimes I get in twice a day, but mainly every day.
Moving around on that mat, no doubt.
Yeah, doing everything, hitting the punching bag, doing a little jogging, just trying to keep occupied, keep busy, and trying to keep the body in shape.
Trying to stay out of trouble as well.
It's hard, but I'm trying.
Sometimes that's a little difficult. Yes. We'd like to take you now to some videotape footage of Rocky Johnson in action. Let's go to the videotape.
Steve Lombardi to meet Rocky Johnson. And Johnson has proven himself to be one of the premier athletes in the World Wrestling Federation today.
He certainly is. I thought here's a guy who's always in great shape, a crowd pleaser. He's been around a good while. He has met the best, and he's been successful against the best. He's always great to watch in that ring.
Lombardi, in his own right, has been doing quite well for himself, having gained a great deal of experience.
He's come a long way in the past year or so, this Lombardo. He's quite aggressive and quite tough in there.
It's Rocky Johnson kicking out all the way. Look at that nip up and ready to go. Oh, arm drag takedown. Rocky hooks him again.
So, you know, to me, that's a mistake. When a guy like Lombardi comes charging again against a very clever and experienced man like Johnson, he completely throws himself off balance, and Johnson just sitting back, waiting to pull a maneuver like that, an arm drag in this case. You cannot do that and achieve anything by rushing a guy like Johnson.
Lombardi certainly taking his time entering the ring. I guess you can't blame him for that.
No, why not? He's trying to recoup there a little bit. Those drags don't look like a lot, but each time, you know, you get thrown on that ring, it does take a little something out of you.
Like maybe a shoulder.
Nice threatening with the fist, and you don't do that with Rocky Johnson. He's had experience in that department, too.
Look at that. Rocky with Lombardi, and he bites the dust into the buckle. Nice maneuver by the Rock.
That'll rearrange the nose on your face a little.
You alluded earlier to the amateur boxing skills of Rocky Johnson.
Exactly. He knows how to use his fists.
And the Rock is aptly named. He is built like a rock.
I've never seen this man out of shape. I've known Rocky for, I don't know, maybe 13, 14 years. And he's always kept himself in fantastic shape. He spends an awful lot of time in the gym. When he goes in that ring, he's always prepared, no matter who he's...
Look at that. Left jab there by the Rock. And a right hand. It sends Lombardi to the canvas, and he is in pain.
If Lombardi was smart, the last thing in the world he would try to do with a guy like John is try to box with him. You know, he knows that the guy's... Johnson's had a lot of experience in that department. He knows that he can't compete with him, but that was a silly maneuver, in my opinion.
Lombardi spinning Rocky Johnson around. Oh, regular face by Lombardi. Lombardi with a attempt at a forearm. The right hand then. Lombardi working over Rocky Johnson in the corner. Lombardi throwing those rights in there, but doesn't really seem to have an effect. And Rocky Johnson coming out. Rocky now throwing a fist in his own right. Rocky going downstairs, upstairs, and Lombardi for the ride. And out, back body drop. Rocky with a flying. He is flying all over the place. Another flying drop kick. And the Rock gets ahead of steam, hooks the hips, gets Lombardi over, and gets a breakout.
All right, another victory for Rocky Johnson, and certainly your victories take you all over the world, Rock, not just here in the United States. I know recently in Japan, as a matter of fact, recently returning also from the Middle East, I believe.
That's right, Vinny. I've been to Japan, France, Germany, Belgium. I went to Kuwait, and I just came back from Saudi Arabia. I've been all over the country.
Some of that...
the world, I should say.
Some of the jewelry you've got on. Did you acquire any of that over there?
Yeah, I pick up a few odds and ends while I'm in this country and that country. I pick most of all this stuff up in Arabia, and a few rings and that. Wherever I go, I try to pick up something to bring back as, from the country. So I can say, well, I've got this in France, or I got this in Kuwait, I got this in Arabia.
My goodness.
Just a little habit I have.
Yeah. Let's take a look at your watch, if you don't mind. That's a most unusual piece.
Thank you. That watch is sentimental value. That was my father's, and it was a pocket watch. And in sentimental value, instead of losing it, I had it made into a wristwatch.
Well, on your wrist, it looks like it's just a regular, normal-sized watch.
Are all your buttons gold as well? On your jacket?
Not quite. Not quite.
Well, you work really hard in that squared circle. I mean, when to see someone with the fruits of their labor, so to speak, is certainly commendable. And when you're in that squared circle, I don't know anyone that's in there that delivers more punishment or is ready to receive it, as the case may be. When you go in there, a real pell-mell.
I appreciate that, because after all, this is my living. This is all I know, and I feel when I go in the ring, I go in there with one thing in mind, is to win. However, I know my opponent feels the same way. But all my matches I go in, no matter who they're with, whether it's Steve Lombardi or they happen to be with Roddy Piper or whoever, I go in with the same mental attitude to win.
Very commendable.
Well, you certainly have been doing your share of winning throughout the United States and throughout the world, for that matter, and we certainly wish you all the best of luck in the world, and I know you're going to be in there pitching all the way.
I'm going to go in there with 110%, Vinny.
Well, you look great, Rock. Trained down, ready for any kind of action, as Pedro Morales always said.
Ready for anything, and I'm ready, and I'm looking forward to get back here with the WWF.
Well, terrific. As a matter of fact, what we'd like you to do is to hang around, if you don't mind, because we have a little surprise coming up. Mama Bellomo is going to be with the Salvatore Bellomo's mom. So if you'd hang around for that, we'd greatly appreciate it. We'll be back with the Bellomo family as we continue with more TNT. All right, we are in Mama Bellomo's kitchen. Salvatore Bellomo, of course, here, wrestler extraordinaire. And Mama, thank you very much for having us in your kitchen.
Grazie.
Yes.
Grazie.
And Mr. Bellomo, it's a pleasure to see you again. Now, what are we going to have here, Sal, after things are prepared and whatever?
Well, last time I was here, I cook on my own way, and Mama always told me what to do. But this time we have Mom here and show what we do exactly. We have to do here. We did this before because it's got a lot of preparation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
What is
this a
this?
mingulata.
This is what? Mingulata.
It's
Mingulata?
It's like a stromboli or a calzone or a pizza turn.
I could do curls with this. That's very nice.
Then
And
we
it-
got steak pani with crumb bread and cheese and celery. Then we got the artichokes, like everybody smelling right now. Then we got orange salads. And we got the biggest thing Mom is doing right now is eggplant lasagna.
Eggplant lasagna.
And everybody asks me why I'm that fat. If my mom do always that good food, I don't know, because Mom cook every day and I enjoy every day to eat more, and especially I'll be 10 years on the road and now have the chance to be on TV, and thank you America and thank you the TNT show.
Well, now, Alfred, this looks like it's going to be tasty after Mama gets finished with it, huh?
Yes, it does indeed, and I certainly look forward to tasting the wares here. I'm sure they're much, much better than some of those things you've fed me with.
Alfred, please. In a moment, we'll take you to some ring action, as a matter of fact, where you know Salvatore Bellomo the best. We will take you to a matchup. We will join the match in progress. Salvatore Bellomo in action. Of course, everyone knows Sal Bellomo in the squared circle. Later on, we'll get to know the whole family a little bit more when we return. But right now, let's take you to the match in progress. Frank Williams catching a forearm off the rope from Mr. Bellomo. Snap mare, over he goes. Bellomo from Italy
doing extremely well for himself throughout the World Wrestling Federation. Has a very scientific style, obviously.
And the colors of the Italian flag, Vince McMahon, quite apparent on Bellomo. Greco-Roman, the lockup. Now both men try to get as much leverage as possible to see who is going to prevail. This auditorium still buzzing. Oh, some kind of a flying drop kick high in the air. Salvatore Bellomo. And he has stunned Williams. Williams back with a side headlock. And now, Williams going to the eyes and the face of Bellomo, the referee, unable to see it. Very astutely, Williams buffering himself from the referee. And again, and a shot to the forehead. Williams on the offensive. Big elbow to the back of the head and a knee to the side of the jaw. Look at this, Frankie Williams on an offensive. Now goes to the mouth and a face of Salvatore Bellomo. Bellomo countering with an elbow to the midsection. An exchange of blows, whipped into the ropes. Jump over. Oh, the double crescent. Down goes Williams. Oh, the fine body block. 2, 3, it's all over. Very, very impressive. Salvatore Bellomo.
All right, Mama Bellomo here in the kitchen, and all kind of preparations going on. And let me ask you one thing here. What is this?
This is an artichoke. In America, everybody eat the artichoke on a can. Right? Back in Italy, we do it fresh, and I'm going to prepare to you, in front of you and the people, to find out what we're doing exactly with the artichoke.
Okay.
We could back here.
Got to furn them off. And,
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Then
Your fingers at the same time. Oh my
you
God.
beat them up.
You beat them up, huh?
You beat them up like we do in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Then we put. This is the secret, I think. The secret is a Parmesan piece of Parmesan. It's no ground Parmesan, and that give it a tasty on the artichoke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put this. Then we put this. I don't know what you call this in English. You have to help me now.
That's a leek.
This is a
I
What?
think it is. It's not a leak. No, it's
A
not a
leak.
leak.
A
No,
leak.
No, it is a
If
leak.
there was a leak
I think
out
I got a
That's an
leak in
endive.
my car, but no,
Ça,
it's
c'est
great.
un endive. Endive.
No, it's not this endive. The endives,
In that case, it's a leak.
if you say so.
if
But-
you say so. Okay.
Wait a minute. Oh, there's a part of Alfred here. Wait, what is this? This was
This is made for Alfred.
no. I think no. Please, that was Alfred before the transplant. Look at.
Oh.
Is that Alfred? Alfred, is that not your brain?
There's a striking resemblance.
I'm
yes.
sure. Yes. Only be considerably smaller. What are you doing to this now?
I stuffed the artichoke. Okay, I got some already, because he take.
And you just eat it like it is now, right?
No.
Oh, it's a
We
little
put
something-
you put some cheese on top.
Okay.
Okay, Parmesan cheese. Then you put on a pot. You cover of water and let them steam maybe for 15 minutes. Oh, she said to me she have to put some olive oil.
Yes.
Matter of fact, this one is the only closest olive oil we have in America, like in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Bertolotti.
Bertolotti. We'll give that a little plug, all right?
Okay, free plug.
And later on, we're going to come back and have some of these delicacies, and we really look forward to that. And also, oh yes, later, please.
Well, it smells
To join us in a few moments will be Brutus Beefcake and luscious Johnny Valiant. We'll be back with more. All right, if you would please welcome now the tag team combination on occasion, indeed manager-wrestler combination. Would you please welcome luscious Johnny Valiant and Brutus Beefcake.
Al Hayes, always nice to see you.
Have a seat, gentlemen, if you would, please.
I would if I could, the stench in here. Was there something here, like a cloud hanging over this whole place here?
What do you mean?
It smells like, yeah, it smells like Frankie Musgalatz's used car wash next to the Italian deli to go. Stench. They got him hang around that kind of crap. They're crazy.
Well, we'll have to apologize to Sal Balomo a little later on.
Protein diet here, the tuna fish and the chicken breast, and take off the skin and call a cab.
Call a cab?
Yeah. What's on your mind, Vince? You know, we're busy people here. My main squeeze here right now, Brutus Beefcake, luscious Johnny Valiant from New York City's New York. We got things to do, people to see, people we haven't met yet, people who haven't seen us, met us. We're setting the pace here across the United States, coast to coast, like boarding house toast.
You set a pace in WrestleMania.
You should ask.
Set a pace in WrestleMania not all that long ago. You two had a few problems with one living legend, Bruno Sammartino, whom was our guest last week here on TNT.
Well, Vince, it's not exactly a problem. You know what the situation here is. The main squeeze right here, Brutus Beefcake, had the punk kid all beat out and her stand down there in the garden, and the old man, he tried to mug me. He tried to do exactly like they do in Central Park, you know. Low, sneak. You know, San Martino, he's so low, he can walk underneath a snake with a top cap. You know, you understand? That's the kind of guy that guy is. He's a sick puppy.
Would you agree with that analysis, Brutus?
Very, very close, Johnny, to what I would say would be perfect.
Yeah. Well, you know...
In other words, my main man here, Brutus Beefcake, agrees exactly with Luscious Johnny.
Don't you fellas ever disagree, though? Surely you must disagree from time to time, Brutus. Of course, Johnny is a professional wrestler extraordinaire in his own right, so naturally he would have a tendency to view things a little differently than you would, I would think, in terms of ring strategy. Surely there must be any number of disagreements, right?
Not in this case at all.
No disagreements whatsoever.
What did you expect them to do?
What about, I mean, there must be disagreement on whether or not you're going to wear the, whatever it is, that stuff you have on your arms, and Johnny's going to wear the headband?
Got on here. This is handmade here, but main man. This is a Star Wars type deal here, pal. This is Raiders of the Lark, Star Wars, and Sears and Roebuck, and Frankie's Sheet Metal Shop, all rolled into one right here. This guy does not get onto the airplanes with easy, abandoned recklessness. You understand what I mean? This man will never pass a security check. This gear that goes from town to town with us has to be flown by Federal Express. Well, absolutely, positively, has to be there overnight. Shut up, Vince. Quit trying to make a comedian out of me. Quit acting pertinent questions. You understand? That San Martino, the old man, would be my luck. If he ever came in the ring with us, he'd have a heart attack on the way in.
I don't think that would be the case.
Professional blind date of wrestling, Bruno San Martino.
I don't think that would be the case at all. As a matter of fact, should that happen...
When he was born, he was so ugly they spanked his mother.
Words, I'm sure, that will not fall on deaf ears, Johnny Valiant.
I don't care where they fall. He's any time, any place, where his TV goes. If he ever wants to get that punk kid of his out of reform school and meet my main squeeze here, luscious Johnny Valiant, we will accommodate you, Mr. Bruno San Martino. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We'll be back as we continue with more TNT. Stay with us. Back with more TNT with luscious Johnny Valiant and, of course, Brutus Beefcake, wrestler extraordinaire. And, gentlemen, in a few moments, we're going to take you to some videotape, some footage that will show a tag team match imploring the services of Brutus Beefcake with his tag team partner, Mr. Valentine. And I would think that this proves beyond a shadow of doubt the versatility of Brutus Beefcake and that he can team up with most anyone. Would you agree with that, Mr. Valiant?
Oh, I don't exactly want to go on record here, Vince McMahon, by that trap-type question. You want to trap me into a comment? I will draw a conclusion verbally by saying that he cannot fit in just with anybody, you understand? Because due to my busy schedule, I cannot accommodate this young man in the form of a partner. Greg the Hammer Valentine fits the bill, in my opinion, because he's a plodding, rough, tough wrestler.
Fine. Let's take a look at some videotape footage of this unusual tag team combination.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to introduce the contestants for this event. First, from Kensington, New York, weighing 235 pounds, Paul Roma. His partner, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 237 pounds, SD Special Delivery Jones. Now I would like to introduce the managers. First, luscious Johnny Valiant. And now the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Now introducing the opponents. First from parts unknown, weighing 262 pounds, Brutus Beefcake. His partner from Seattle, Washington, weighing 250 pounds, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Boy, you talk about tag team combinations. There is no tougher combination than this one. Greg the Hammer Valentine, the reigning Intercontinental Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, and Brutus Beefcake, along with their respective managers, luscious Johnny Valiant and the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. But take nothing away from their tag team opposition. SD Special Delivery Jones and the very young, exciting Paul Roma. There's the bell. The match officially underway. This should be something, Jesse.
Definitely. SD Special Delivery Jones is a real good wrestler in his own right. But he's going against the champion's champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
And these two are no strangers to each other. SD facing the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine, many times. Look at Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's got a battle going outside the ring.
Well, Jimmy Hart claimed that SD Special Delivery grabbed a handful of the Hammer's hair.
Greg the Hammer Valentine right now. Oh, there's a reverse on a wrist lock. An SD, but down. Good maneuver in there by the Hammer.
Drop toe hold used by the Hammer, Greg Valentine, and a quick tag to Brutus Beefcake. And the Hammer hooks SD Jones, and Beefcake throws a big right hand in there, followed by a side headlock.
Brutus Beefcake in there right now. Look at that, working on the eyes of SD Special Delivery Jones with the ring ropes, with that top ring rope.
Well, I'll tell you, the Hammer and Beefcake are going to be real aggressive. And there's SD coming back with an arm bar of his own, and Brutus Beefcake backing into the sanctuary of his own corner there. SD with the armbar, tags young Paul Roma, and Roma comes in and assumes that armbar, snapping the elbow, flipping Beefcake over with a hip toss.
Good hip toss in there by Paul Roma. And look at Roma. Roma trying, well, looks like he's trying to get, there's a tag. Here comes Greg the Hammer Valentine. Look at this.
Valentine hooked Roma, and Beefcake fired a right hand in there, and the Hammer comes down with that big hammer on the top of Paul Roma's head.
I got a feeling that Roma and SD are going to give them all they can handle this week.
Well, they're two classy opponents, I'll tell you. This is no pushover match by any means. Tag to Beefcake.
Right now, Valentine.
Big right hand.
Right now, Valentine and Beefcake in control of this bout.
Tag back in, and the Hammer's coming back in. Dropping that elbow on the leg, he might be setting him up for the figure four.
Uh-oh.
Throws that knee in there. And there it goes. If he can hook it, he's got it, Jack. I believe it's over.
How do you like that? Greg the Hammer Valentine with that figure four leg lock. Paul Roma conceding. Referee calling for the bell. And immediately, Jimmy the Mouth of the South and luscious Johnny Valiant both in the ring. Look at that. Valentine and Beefcake.
The winners of the match, the team of Brutus Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Well, you can see there, Vince McMahon.
See what? We
You
saw
can
the tag
see
team
what
combination.
a devastating tag team this is, and I'll tell you something without a doubt. Valentine's the plotter, come coming at you like a
Buzzsaw kinda,
exactly like a steamroller, Vince.
How would you rate the tag team combination of Johnny Valiant and Brutus Beefcake?
Unbeatable. If I have the time to don the tights, see, I'm a very busy man, Mr. McMahon. Very busy,
When you two
man.
get in the ring, though, but you feel your chances of, would you attempt?
Devastating. With my knowledge, with my experience, with my track record, I think it would be unbeatable if we have the time to be the champions. Who knows? We may issue a challenge here before this smoke clears. Incidentally, the smoke is killing me. The stench.
What smoke? What do you mean?
Take much
Smoke.
more of this.
Come on, let's get out.
What do you? What?
Vince, I told you at the beginning here, you know, if you want to live like this, you want to smell that stench, you go right ahead. But exactly, you know, this is like, smells like San Martino's, bridegroom or something going on here. I can't handle it.
We'll be back as we continue with more TNT with Mama Balomo and more. Stay with us. All right, back with more TNT, and if you would please welcome our next guest, the ladies champion of the World Wrestling Federation. Would you please welcome Miss Wendy Richter? When we last saw you, when you were on TNT, you came out and you gave Lord Alfred Hayes a big kiss. Has he fallen from grace or something?
Well, no, I don't
Just you remembered the last one, right?
Made everybody
Can't
else
blame her.
jealous, I know.
He didn't have anything to say after that. He was just stunned.
I was absolutely breathless and speechless. You could try it again if you like. I wouldn't resist, you know.
Yes, well, let's keep the show right. Maybe after, huh? As far as stunning is concerned, that seems to be what you're doing these days, stunning your opponents as well as everyone throughout the World Wrestling Federation that comes to the arenas and sees you on television and watches your brand of excitement in the squared circle. And I wonder how much of your success you would credit Cyndi Lauper's influence.
Oh, I'd have to say more than I can say. She's helped me in so many more ways just than giving me the mental boost and the incentive that I needed to regain the title. And she has helped me in the ring. She watches some of the tapes of my matches, and I have all my trust in her, and I feel that's very important with the manager. I know she's out for my best interest, and she's just done a world for me and all women's wrestling.
She sure has. Attitude-wise, I would think maybe that's where she's helped the most. I've never met a more energetic individual and one with a more upbeat attitude.
And when you're around her, all that energy and all those positive vibes, that they just flow into you too. And I feel the same way whenever I'm around her. Sure do.
Lord Alfred Hayes, how would you assess Wendy Richter's chances of hanging on to the title for a while?
Well, I'm going to look at this very coldly and very logically and try to forget that Wendy is just a stunning young lady. I think she shows tremendous improvement over the last year. She is obviously the best of all the lady wrestlers now. I think she'll hang on to that title for a long time.
There are many that would disagree with you on that. Let's take you to some videotape footage. This was prior to Wendy becoming ladies champion.
And this is going to be a tough matchup. Peggy Lee. I must say, Wendy Richter looks better than she. Look at this, going for Peggy Lee. Wendy now, backing Miss Lee to the corner, and again with the shoulder block.
She came in and went right to work, I'll tell you. She went after Peggy Lee, and there she is. Let's see. She's after that leg cold. What you gonna do? Whoops.
Peggy Lee kicks out of that. Wendy Richter more determined than ever to regain the ladies' championship. It's an uphill battle, that's for certain.
Well, she knows she's going to have an opportunity to take a crack at regaining that title. So the thing she's got to do is to go in that ring every match that she gets before that opportunity comes up, and she has to look impressive. She has to be aggressive. She has to really, really psych herself mentally and be prepared physically. And when the chance comes, I think she'll regain her title.
You can bet the fabulous Moolah and Leilani Kai are certainly looking on. Uh-oh. That's one way to bring an opponent back out to the middle of the ring. And Wendy in complete control. Oh, yank of the hair. Wow. Peggy Lee isn't fooling around in there.
There's nothing Peggy Lee would like to upset Wendy Richter, because if she did, whoops, excuse me, Vince, I was going to say she would certainly get a crack at the title herself.
Peggy Lee is a real roughhouse. Ooh, my, with a forearm across the chest. Follow up with a knee. Peggy Lee is just beating Wendy Richter.
I'll tell you, that Richter, she's in great shape. She can absorb a lot of punishment.
I think we're going to find out just how much she can absorb. Oh, look at that. Wendy Richter retaliating with a kick. Forearm to the chest. Wendy Richter with another shoulder block. No doubt who the fans are behind, and Peggy Lee goes for the ride. And way up and down to the canvas. What a slam that was. Covered by Wendy. No, only one. Peggy Lee is a tough one. May have been a rake in the face there.
She is tough, and Peggy. She took that bill and then a hard slam, and she came right back, and right now she's got Wendy Richter in trouble.
Peggy Lee again asserting herself, and down again goes the former ladies champion. Covered by big Peggy Lee. She gets 2, and that's all. Ooh, forearm again. Well, I tell you, this Peggy Lee really showing her stuff. Small package by Wendy. No, can't hold it. Only one.
Too bad she didn't have a good hold, because if she had gone, she might have pinned Peggy Lee right there.
Referee asking for a clean break, did not get it. My goodness, Wendy is really taking a beating. Perhaps, oh, look at this. Perhaps worse than the beating she took the night she won the championship from the fabulous Muller. Look at this. Wendy retaliating, covers Peggy Lee, and only a count of 1. Peggy Lee now into the rope, coming off, missing.
Missing and took an elbow right in her midsection.
Peggy Lee is crafty.
Yes, she is.
To the rope. Peggy Lee drops the shoulder into the chest area. Boy, Peggy Lee is a one-man gang in there. To the rope and off. Oh, my.
She got right by the hair and really drove that Wendy Richter's head right on that mat. Hey, I hate to say it, Wendy looks in bad shape right now.
She should be. Going for the cover. Oh, no, how about that? Wow. Wendy at the last minute lifting her knees, has Peggy Lee over, gets 1, and can't get her. Oh, what a tough matchup this is. Seesaw battle all the way. Reverso to the rope and off, back, no, sunset, gets her down, 2, hooray!
Tremendous victory there, and of course that was on your way after having won the title on one occasion, losing it, and then right after that match, it put you back in contention for another title shot, and you were victorious.
Well, last time I was on TNT, I was so angry after seeing what Moolah did to me, and Cindy and I showed her that what her interference in the match was the cause of my losing the belt, and I'm glad that we got the belt back. And Peggy Lee, she was a tough competitor herself. She ripped about half of my hair out when she jerked my head into the mat, and very aggressive in the ring, but I like that. It keeps you on your toes, and you're a better athlete when you have good competition like that.
What about Wendy Richter, some of the private life of Wendy Richter? Such a pretty lady and an extraordinary athlete, no doubt of that. And many are wondering whether or not there'll be an opportunity, surely be an opportunity, but would you seize the opportunity to settle down one of these days and have a family type of situation?
Well, I look forward to that. Right now, I'm putting my mind to keeping the belt, keeping in shape, and just being a dedicated athlete, a real professional. And I do see that in the future. I don't know when, but I guess whenever I do lose the belt fair and square, and I feel like that I'm not up to par as I am right now, then I'll think about different routes and different alternatives. But I'm happy with what I'm doing. I love the sport, and I'm just out there having fun, just like Cindy said.
In terms of your choice of men, if we can get a little personal, I mean, what kind of man do you an athlete type individual, or certainly it would not be that individual, not anyone quite like that, would it? Well, I mean, if Lord Alfred Hayes was standing in line, Would he be old and gray by the time someone dubbed him, or what do you think Alfred's chances are?
I don't know. He's a gentleman, and he takes care of himself. He has a good sense of humor. He has a lot of good qualities. I wouldn't say I would have to have.
You are a good person. A very kind person.
Very generous. I rather like that. There's one question I would like to ask, though. When you were talking about families and things, have any of the lady wrestlers actually had children and come back into wrestling? Has that ever happened?
Well, a good friend of mine, the lady that trained me, Joyce Grable, she just recently had a baby, and I think she's going to be getting back into wrestling. She's getting back into shape, and that's what she wants to do.
Well, we want to thank you very much for joining us.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed it.
It's a real pleasure. We'll be back with Mama Balomo. Stay with us. All right, we're back in Mama Balomo's kitchen, and this is the first taste test here tonight. What do we have? This is, what'd you call this?
This is steak pane in French. Then
what do we call it in Italian?
In Italian, carne
Steak.
banata.
I beg your pardon?
Carne banata.
Carmen Banata.
That is Italian way to say.
Wait a minute, Alfred. Wait a minute, Alfred. What are you doing?
Way to cut it.
I'm cutting this.
Cut the other one off. Ma,
Sure.
Ma. Oh, look, Ma. No.
What do the English know, huh? No.
I was in England once,
Oh, really?
I never came back there.
Okay.
Last time I was 10 years ago. Look at this. Oh.
Alfred, do you know what you're doing?
Oh, of course.
Yes,
this is,
I can tell.
The English way of filleting
I
this.
didn't do it what he wanted.
A perfect fillet, you see. Don't touch
Now
that.
what does one do with that?
That is to be discarded.
That steak is delicious.
Now I take a little cheese.
A piece here.
What are you doing with the cheese, Alfred?
You know what you doing to the cheese, Alfred?
I'm going to grate it.
The grate. What we
He's going to grate the cheese.
we put a plate underneath to be better.
Yes, would you give me a plate, please?
That's not the way Alfred does it. He does it on the table.
On the table.
And he takes his hand and just rakes it off the table. That's
Look at this. Look at it. Ma. Thank you, Kumina. Oh, my dad is upset now.
Come on, Alfred.
Alfred.
This is not your kitchen. Now that's clever. That's the clever way of doing things.
Well, I tell her that people never go in England because if you see Alfred cooking
looks
like that
very
in
nice.
England. This is the way you learn in England, sir?
No, I'm self-taught.
There's no doubt about that. What is, earlier you said this was called a what?
Mingulata. This is finally ready now. Look at this here. It's got olives.
What is that black thing in there? Oh, this olive, huh?
Onions.
And onions, huh?
If you want to try it.
Alfred, would you like to try the mingolata?
Mingulata.
Mingulata.
Right now. Anyway, the way you cut it, you can try everything.
It smells absolutely wonderful.
Does it? What do you think?
I hope he says
Delicious.
well, if he says delicious, I don't know if he's really delicious. Then he's got a little surprise here. Nobody wants to try it.
What is it?
That is the orange salad.
The orange salad.
Okay, he's got oil, olive oil. I hope I say this right. Salt, pepper.
Salt and
You
pepper.
want to try, please?
Sure, I'd be delighted.
Leave Alfred alone.
With a little, huh? Or what? Let's try a little guess on there.
I tried
Is
to
there a
make
little
you,
one in here?
I tried to make you try this all night.
That's different.
That's different.
Very different.
Then we get home bread. Mom is finish up something here.
What's Mama finishing, huh? Oh, wow. Oh, that looks terrific.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me see what's going on here, Mr. McMahon. I couldn't help but to smell the odor. You understand? That's why I left.
You
in
had
the
your
first
time
place.
earlier.
I know,
please.
and I'm gonna take some more time because let me tell you something. I had to
Balomo
walk
kitchen,
out of
please.
this filthy mess here. This must be nice when people come around. What's this stuff here, for example? What is this here? Paisan? This what's
my home business, sir. We
yeah,
have
but what's
nothing
this
to do with
called
my
here? Don't
kitchen.
worry about
My
my
mom and dad
business.
in
Is
America,
that
leave me
garlic? That's
alone.
what the Italians use for birth control, right? What else we got
wait a
right
minute.
here?
Now, come on.
Onions?
I don't think so.
No wonder those people don't have wind up getting bucket seats in those Eldorados. What's this? San Martino's ears? Is this what this is right here? Huh?
Mr. Valiant, please, you had your time earlier.
I'm gonna buy some more time.
Try a piece of this.
You go try some of this stuff. What's this crap right here? What's this supposed to be? That's salt. That gives you high blood pressure. What about this other garbage over here?
Don't call the bread of my mama
What's this
garbage.
stuff here? What's this kind of stuff, huh? Fruit? What do you got? What do you, fruit? What's this? Some kind of a
This is nice. Did you try the
sexual
steak?
preference
Here,
type
try
deal?
the
Is this what
steak.
this is? I don't eat that stuff. That's all but nothing but grease. I would never let my Brutus beefcake eat any of this stuff.
Try the steak.
That's why that stench. I smelled that all the way back halfway to New York City. I would never.
Try
Come
that.
back to New York City. Leave
Try
him
that.
alone. Don't make him try that.
No way I'd ever touch any of this garbage. It's all a bunch of... See that stuff? It's
know
fattening,
what
Vince McMahon.
It's fattening.
It's
What do you
all
mean?
fattening. I know. God bless the woman's a good homemade cook and everything else. But that's all fattening. It gives you the big thing. Let you walk around like that.
Insulting Mama Paloma.
How about Gino? How about Gino? Yeah.
think I wanna-
Hey,
I wanna give
you know
it
you
time.
break up with the Italian wedding, just yell the cement's here.
You don't want to know. Okay, you don't. Thank you very much, Mr. Valiant.
Your old
for
man
joining
knows
us.
like this.
What is this now?
Forget it.
Just
You're
ignore
all
him.
sick.
What is this,
Sick
Mr.
and
Paloma?
I don't know if I have to ignore him because
Just ignore him. Okay, what? This is the
artichoke.
the stuffed artichoke, right?
The stuffed artichoke. With,
This is what Alfred was.
I'm confused with this. The gentleman coming here like that. I don't know if I have to call him a gentleman or a bum. I don't know. He calling everybody bum. He says stinking. My mom should work all day here to try to do this nice and to show these people where we can eat nice and fresh. And this kind of gentleman coming here. But anyway, this is an artichoke, stuffy artichoke with Parmesan cheese, onions. I don't know what Alfred doing right
Well,
now.
surely, Alfred, you want to try one of these, right?
This is the way we eat the artichoke. You grab the artichoke and again.
Wait a minute. You pulled half of it out of your mouth and you left the other half in there.
Yes. We don't eat the leaf. Mr. Alfred, you want to try?
Thank you.
Don't eat the leaf, please.
Thank you.
Well, a little bit
Just the
more.
tip.
Don't do
Little bit
that.
more.
Do you really,
Don't be cheap.
Just
huh?
the very tip.
Well,
Okay.
You want to try, Mr. Blackman?
Right there, you see.
How come we let try always with Laura?
Alfred?
Hey, you're a very smart person. You don't
Well, no, I'm not. I'm just.
Well, you want to try this with me?
Well, actually,
It'll be done. But it's my
wholesome
heart,
food.
family.
yes, but I don't, the technique. How do you do that again? I mean, you left part of. Alfred's getting some out of his mouth now. A little residue.
There was some grit in
You
there.
don't know the cook and you don't know the heat either.
I don't think they were washed properly.
Wait a minute. Mama Palomo always washes
You are
everything
lucky.
properly.
Well, I don't.
Are you going to go to the the Johnny Valiant camp
No,
here?
but there was. There you are. You see. Look at that. What is that?
Piece of paper.
It's something that
It is a
Piece of
cheese.
paper.
something foreign.
I think
a cheese.
it's the price tag on it. I think.
Price tag.
I don't think
We
so.
cook the price tag too.
Now, how do you do this again?
Okay, we grab this like this.
You're kind of skinning it or something. I don't know what you're. Is that what you're doing?
In America, we eat the
Rolling the
heart
skin
of
back?
artichoke. In America, you eat the heart of artichoke. The heart
Excuse me. The
Would you like
hard,
to try some of mine
of
that I made?
artichoke.
the heart of the artichoke.
Yeah, but in Italy, we eat the leaf. That's
Eat the
difference.
leaf.
The
And you
leaf.
leave the rest of the
I don't know
artichoke.
what we call this. This is the way we eat the leaf in artichoke. Our country.
Well, we'll have to see if we can perfect eating the leaf. We thank you, Mama Palomo. It smells delicious. We're going to really have a feast here momentarily. We thank you very, very much for joining us, Mr. Palomo. Thank you. Yes.
We have something to last finish la cosa anche non pronta.
One other thing here. We have to. Mama Palomo has one other item. It's coming out now. Tell you what, we'll come back and we'll show you that when Mama Palomo brings it out. We'll be back as we continue with more TNT, hopefully without the presence of one Johnny Valiant. Stay with us. Back at Mama Palomo's kitchen. By the way, a word about next week's TNT. To join us will be Ken Patera, Olympic strongman, along with his manager and wrestler extraordinaire, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Also to join us, by the way, next week, ladies and gentlemen, Mean Gene Okerlund in person. And to highlight it all, to join us will be the World Wrestling Federation champion, Hulk Hogan. All that and more next week here on TNT. But thus far, we've had one heck of an opportunity here on this TNT. And why don't we do a little toast to Mama Palomo?
Very good idea.
Bon appetit. Ah, thank you. Salute, Mama.
Thank you,
Okay,
America.
great. Very good.
Very nice. Very
Alfred, everything is here. Everything you could ever want in an
nice. I
Italian.
made a lovely salad there too, an English type salad. There was one thing missing. I was rather disappointed.
There was one thing missing.
Yes, not a napkin anywhere. Typical Italian. Eat with your fingers. Wipe your foods on you.
No.
Wipe your fingers on you.
Thank you for joining us. We'll have more TNT next week. The food was delicious. Really was. Very, very nice. Huh?
Apart from that, the food was rather lovely. The wine.